It's Shue and her brother. It's really you. Mr. Yuan. Mr. Xiao just informed us you're judging the duel. Is that right? Yes. Seems the duel is unavoidable. Don't worry, Shue. It'll be a friendly match. I'll ensure no one gets hurt. My worry isn't about anyone's safety, but rather that Mr. Xiao might actually claim the ominous sword. Well, Master Ouyang also warned against it. What exactly is so fearsome about this sword? 9 generations ago, Mingjian Manor dedicated all its resources to crafting a divine sword named Whale Slayer. The creation of such a magnificent weapon drew the attention of numerous villains. Upon the sword's completion, they plotted to assault Mingjian Manor and seize Whale Slayer. Mingjian Manor has always been known for forging. They must have been prepared for such a threat. Indeed, however, during the tumultuous battle, those villains with the wicked techniques breached the forging ground. With only a few swordsmiths, they couldn't repel the attackers, and Whaleslayer was taken by a villain who then slaughtered many disciples. But the sword remains here, meaning the villain failed to escape with it. He couldn't, because his own allies refused to let him leave with the sword alone. They turned on each other. Exactly. After he seized Whaleslayer, his cohort suspected he planned to keep it for himself, sparking a deadly conflict among them. The conflict intensified as everyone at the scene sought to seize Whaleslayer, leading to a fierce clash among all involved. So many lives were sacrificed for an object because of the deep-seated malevolence in human nature. If the chaos was caused by human actions, why is Whaleslayer considered an ominous sword? Before the sword was sharpened, it had been drenched in blood. This violent beginning likely infused it with a malevolent aura, causing it to emit terrifying sounds, and all who wielded Whaleslayer met tragic ends. To avoid further disaster, our ancestors sealed the sword in the sword-washing pond, hoping to cleanse it. Yet over the years, Whaleslayer continued to emit eerie sounds from the pond, sparking rumors of a lurking monster. I see, then that's how Mr. Xiao knows about this sword. Years ago, I visited Mingjian Manor, heard the sword's cries, and discovered it in the pond. Whaleslayer cries out because it has yet to find its true master. But at that time, I felt unworthy to wield it, as I had hit a plateau in my sword skills. So I asked to challenge Master Ouyang if Whaleslayer remained unclaimed after I left seclusion again. If I win, I can retrieve it from the sword-washing pond. And I agreed. It's indeed a shame such a magnificent sword has been hidden away. If you're truly destined to wield Whaleslayer, then our agreement stands. Thank you for your honorable decision, and Mr. Yuan for agreeing to judge. Alright, man. There's a little extra. It's no trouble at all. Please remember, this duel is merely a test of skills. Causing injury will result in immediate defeat. Master Ouyang, please draw your sword. See what you can do. Hey, Romeo. Congratulations on the 190 stream streak. Boy's getting slapped up. Come on, Master Ouyang. Guess not. Looks like you need lessons from the Black Hawk Strider. Master Ouyang is renowned for his swordsmanship, and Mr. Xiao. His techniques start simple, basic thrusts, lifts, cuts, and slices, but in his hands, they transform, evolving into endless variations. His swordplay is spontaneous and unrestrained. Unlike anything I've seen before, Master Ouyang is outmatched. It was a good fight. He defeated Father. Does this mean he's taking Whaleslayer out? By the way, Whaleslayer is such a anticlimactic name to an ominous, malevolent sword. You know, like, Why did you make a sword so you can go out and kill whales? Whales? Whales are the homies, man. Don't be doing that. Master Ouyang, it's clear who the winner is now. Indeed, Hung Guang, your skills have greatly improved over the years. I have learned a lot from this duel. Perhaps Whale Slayer has been waiting to be claimed by someone truly worthy. Let's go to the sword-washing pond to retrieve it. Please lead the way. Looks like I'll finally see the true form of this fabled sword. Father, Whale Slayer is sealed in the pond. How do we get it? I think our ancestors sealed it in the pond only to tame its power, not to conceal it forever. There must be a way to get it back. Yue has a point. Indeed, it's secured with massive cold iron chains, which are extremely tough and resistant to all types of damage. We need to trigger several mechanisms to unlock the chains and free Whale Slayer. Which is tougher, the cold iron chains or Whale Slayer itself? Well, I can't say for sure. The sword isn't meant to be restricted, but should roam freely between heaven and earth. How can mere chains bind it? I'm grateful you agreed to gift me the sword. Please allow me to retrieve it myself. Now, what's he up to now? Mr. Xiao certainly has a bold streak, quite contrary to his mild appearance. Do you know what he's going to do? You'll see soon enough. Whale Slayer, you've been lying here, chained and forgotten for centuries. Now that I'm here, will you still choose to slumber? Shing! It's that Whale Slayer. Mr. Xiao using his chi to awaken Whale Slayer to break the cold iron chains. I believe so. Is that even possible? If not, then Whale Slayer is just another dull blade, unworthy of being my sword. Whale Slayer, the ominous sword, is 3 feet of translucent, icy metal from the North Sea. A vivid blood red line runs through the blade, striking awe on all who see it. Sword has really broken free from the chains on its own. It has chosen you. You were meant to wield it, and it was meant to be your sword. Congratulations are in order, then, for both Mr. Xiao and Whale Slayer. Thank you, Mr. Yuan. Now that I've fulfilled our long-standing agreement, I must take my leave, Master Ouyang. My duel with Shaolin is in a few days. I hope you and heir apparent, Ouyang, can attend. It's been ages since the martial world witnessed such a grand event. I'll definitely be there. Heading back to Tianjian Sect, would you care to accompany me, Mr. Yuan? Of course. Please wait for me at the pier. I'll join you shortly. See you then. Are you leaving with Mr. Xiao? Yes, I need to discuss the Shaolin duel with him. I see. Well, while his swordsmanship is impressive, Mr. Xiao's approach is somewhat ostentatious. That's not a word you see every day. Shaolin and Wudang are pillars of the Central Plains, and he's chosen to challenge Shaolin right after his return. Are you concerned that his bold actions might draw criticism and hostility? The highest peak faces the fiercest winds. That makes sense. I'll make sure to relay your words to him. Various forces will converge for this duel at Shaolin. There's no telling what will happen. If you're going, please be careful. Don't worry, Shui. I'll take care of myself. With the dustless sword, you and Hung Guang, it's truly the dawn of your generation. As for Jian Ying, I heard he's taken up your legacy in forging. I'm sure he'll be able to lead Ningjian Manor. If he achieves even half of what you have, I can stop worrying. Speaking of which, what do you think about Hung Guang's upcoming challenge at Shaolin? You're the master swordsman with deep connections to the Bureau Guards here, Master Ouyang. You surely know more than I do. I've heard some whispers. Do you know of any current Shaolin swordmasters or legendary techniques? Techniques? Well, there's the Bodhidharma swordplay, but I haven't heard of any Shaolin master who practices it. Indeed, no renowned Shaolin master is famous for this technique, but that doesn't mean it hasn't been mastered. The late Abbot Yuan Jue was skilled in 7 Shaolin techniques, including Bodhidharma swordplay, and he was the one who agreed to this duel. But with Abbot Yuan Jue deceased, how can this duel possibly proceed? I'm afraid you'll have to ask Han Guan about that. Xiao Hongguang used his chi to awaken Whale Slayer and broke the cold iron chains. He's about my age. How has he already mastered the sword to such a degree? You and your 20-year younger slaps. Am I talking about Yan Qing's sword? Nobody talking about Yan Qing. Nobody even thinking about Yan Qing. The Buster. Head back to Gusu. Let's go. Years ago, I visited Mount Shaoxi to see Shaolin's renowned Bodhidharma swordplay. Back then, Abbot Yuan Jue didn't duel with me, but promised to test his swordplay against mine when I left seclusion again. That's why I'm heading to Shaolin, Mr. Yuan. What brings you to me about this? Seem to have a high regard for Bodhidharma swordplay. It's not just a top Shaolin swordplay, but one of the world's best. Naturally, I'm drawn to it. In fact, all famous sword techniques fascinate me. My goal is to witness the zenith of swordsmanship. Admirable. Well, I know Abbot Yuan Jue personally promised you, but he recently passed away, and there might be a conspiracy at play. Conspiracy, huh? Are you talking about the recent rumor? You've seen my sword. You know it's just a rumor. I do, but I can't say for others. Are you asking me to give up on this sword duel? I can't do that. I've come out of seclusion, and Shaolin should uphold their promise. Who from Shaolin does so doesn't matter to me. As long as the duel goes uninterrupted, anyone else trying to take advantage of the situation doesn't concern me either. I'm just worried that Shaolin might not have anyone else skilled in this technique. If that's the case, I'll have no choice but to go home disappointed. I only need this duel to happen, nothing else matters. Are you really sure about this? Absolutely. I understand, a deal's a deal. I did want to talk you out of it, but it's not my place. Anyway, there's also something personal I need to ask you. Go ahead, Mr. Yuan. A fellow disciple of mine, Yuan Qi, whom you defeated years ago, has heard you're back and wants a rematch. He's at Tianjian Sect now. I remember his technique has some interesting twists on the traditional Wudang style. Oh. That's annoying. Something. Care to come along again? I still have other matters to attend to. Please go ahead without me. Alright, I'm heading back to Tianjian Sect. Take care. Trouble is here. Detective Lang, we've worked under the same roof. That's a hurtful thing to hear. And greetings, Mr. Yuan. I am Lian Shin, Director of the Bureau Guards. We know who you are? Director Lian Shin. What urgent matter brings you here, esteemed Director Lian Shin? Here for Xiao Hongguang. This isn't the place for discussion. May I invite you to a meal at the Gusu Inn? You may invite us, but we'll discuss if we'll come. I have crucial information you might find intriguing. Take your time. I was actually considering going all the way to Pilly School to see if Homeboy Slice would tell me any information about this. And then I was like, nah, they won't let me inside. Out of interest, Have I looked up any of those places on Google Images? It's quite interesting. What places? What places? Do you think we should attend, Mr. Lang? It must be significant if Lian Xin is here, personally. But the Bureau guards are snakes. Dealing with them comes with risks. Think carefully before deciding to meet with Lian Xin. Okay, I'll think it over. You know I'm gonna meet with him. And you know this, man. Like, where is he? Chef here is decent. I was tempted to arrange a big feast, but knowing Detective Lang prefers quieter settings, I ordered just a few dishes. I hope they're satisfactory, Mr. Yuan. Wudang Mountain? I have not. As far as I've just been under the assumption that every location in this game is fictional. We wanderers are used to tough conditions. This is already more than enough. Knowing me so well, you must realize I prefer to cut to the chase, Director Lian Xin. Of course, you're aware I'm here for Xiao Hongguang, aren't you? His challenge to Shaolin has certainly drawn attention. But since when do the Bureau guards care this much about the martial world? We oversee all matters, including those in the martial world. But our interest was piqued only by a recent rumor. Tianji Palace's heir. The Bureau guards believe every rumor now. I assure you it's just a rumor, likely fueled by someone with a hidden agenda. Trust your judgment, but rumors have roots, which are important to the Bureau guards. Our scouts have recently uncovered 2 intriguing leads from the Outer Lands. One involves a sword duel near Li City. The duelists' identities are unknown, but one of them used the supreme techniques of Tian Jue the Venerable, the former head of Tianji Palace, namely 3 enclosures force and 7 stars swordplay. Tian Jue's techniques? According to Liu Shan School's records, 3 enclosures force vanished along with the star chart of Ziwei under endless sands, leaving no heirs to Tianji Palace. Our doubts exactly, and finding the duelist would be the best way to verify this rumor. And you think Mr. Xiao was involved? Yes, our scouts spotted him there when he was supposedly still in seclusion. Interestingly, he's now tangled in rumors. He might not be the heir, but perhaps he knows who the real heir is. And the other lead? It's even more critical concerning Yuan's movements. Is this an invitation to work together? You could say that. You're certainly worth collaborating with. I'll talk to him, though I can't promise anything. I'll leave a scout here. After you gather information, signal us by ordering the Fish Dragon Dance. Alright, we'll head out now if there's nothing else. Director Lian Xin seem to be telling the truth. What's your opinion? I trust their intelligence, but I can tell from Mr. Xiao's sword that he has nothing underhanded. Still, he kept the Tianji Palace matter a secret and sparked a conflict with Shaolin after Abbot Yuan Jue's death. I'm concerned he's being manipulated. You were once part of Tianji Palace, Mr. Yi. Any clues about this? Tianji Palace was destroyed 20 years ago, and Tian Jue left behind no scriptures. Unless someone dug up the star chart of Ziwei from the vast sands, mastering 3 enclosures force and 7 stars swordplay would be impossible. It's indeed strange. Since it's not time for the duel yet, I want to head back to Tianjian sect to ask him directly. That seems like the best approach given his nature. I agree. Our last trip to Nanjiang took months. Lian Xin's second lead suggests major movements from Yuan. But he insists we focused on Mr. Xiao first. That doesn't mean Yuan's issues are less critical. They might just need more time to verify everything. We could fulfill Lian Xin's request first, then ask him about Yuan again. Or we could start our own investigation. For now, though, we can't overlook the duel at Shaolin. Is this a quest, too? It's not. A real place that has a Tai Chi school? Has all the ancient Chinese architecture and all too? That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. But it was Lee City. Stop by real quick. I believe I've been here a couple of times. I don't remember anybody having quests. Now 2 people have quests. Daddy treats us very well. Why hasn't Daddy come back home yet? Let's see what you got to say. Could you take a look at this coral and tell me how much it's worth? Where did you find this coral? In Tianlonggang's headquarters. Why? Oh, it must be. This coral is my family heirloom, and it was taken by Tianlonggang member a few years ago. I never thought. Name your price. Oh, well, since it's your family heirloom, you should take it back. No, you found it. If I just took it back, people would think I'm a cheap man. Please take some money as a reward for finding my treasure. All right. We'll keep it then. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you for the money. Found this letter in Tianlonggang, and I think it's for you. Letter? Could it be? Luo Xian opens the letter and cries out in pain after just one glance. I knew I shouldn't have listened to those people. Wrong martial artists. New dynasty and such, those liars. Told him not to go. Didn't even get a chance to look at his son. Sorry for your loss, but he chose this path himself. I know. I'll leave you alone then. Wait, my husband left this saying it was some kind of reward he got from the gang. It was fine for us to have so much money when he was still around, but now he's gone, it's going to get us in trouble. Please take it. We'll keep just a little, enough to survive, but won't attract attention. Let's refuse. This dirty money from Tianlonggang, how can I take it? I don't really know what my husband did for a living. Please, you'd be doing us a favor. All right, thank you so much. Now that my husband is gone, it's just me and my son. What should I do? Maybe you shouldn't give away your money? Just the thought? Out of disinterest, do you ever ask anything not out of interest? Absolutely. If I ask you, how are you? It's not because I want to know how you're doing. It's probably because you had asked me, how are you? And I answer the question, and then I, just to be air quotes polite, I'm like, how are you? But I never intended to ask that question in the first place. Yeah, there you go. Dante and small talk. How would I do my own investigation? Let's see. I need to go there. Yanfu Town is pretty close. Yi, Mr. Yuan, I've been expecting you. Have you been waiting for me? We've decided that this sword duel needs a witness. I didn't expect that Yi would be the witness you've been waiting for, but he is the best choice. Yuan Qi, are you truly determined to duel Mr. Xiao again? I've been obsessed with this for years. Missing this chance could haunt me forever. I have to face him again. Understood. Then please draw your swords. I hope this will be a good fight. Same here. Looks like his sword has updated too. Well, you didn't get one shot. Congratulations. You still lost. Quan Chi's strength in this battle is starkly different from before. He must have regained his peak form from years ago. But even back then, he couldn't defeat him, and today's Xiao Hongguang is even stronger. I lost again. I won. For all these years, I still can't counter that particular strike. Heard you were sparring and thought a great master had arrived, but it turns out to be another ordinary swordsman. Hongguang, for such swordsmanship, you could have just sent a disciple instead. Oof, the disrespect. Sect Leader Xiao. Father, if his skills are ordinary, then your disciples are lacking. Oh, do you think Wu Dang's swordsmanship is superior? Swordsmanship is just that. There's no Wu Dang or Tianjian about it. It's simply Yuan Qi and Xiao Hongguang's swordsmanship. I never knew you thought so highly of him. Ordinary techniques focus on either brute strength or agility, and Wu Dang is known for its soft yet powerful style. His swordplay flows like seamless clouds, truly distinct in sword techniques. The style embodies Wu Dang's defensive art while adding his unique offensive twist. It's smooth and natural, remarking his personal journey. Such innovation is beyond what your disciples could ever hope to achieve. The disrespect. Man, he understands my swordsmanship so clearly. Yuan Qi's sword technique stands out from our other disciples. Impressive how he noticed the subtle differences after just 2 encounters. And I didn't expect him to hold Yuan Qi in such high regard. You've always been exceptionally talented, far surpassing other disciples as a child, yet this one managed to exchange a few moves with you. No surprise that he earned your respect. Well, since he is your guest, entertain him yourself. Sucker? That banana milk? Banana milk? What's wrong with banana milk? There's coconut milk. What's wrong with banana milk? I feel another sneeze coming on. Banana milkshakes are good. See, now we're getting into the concerning territory. What's wrong with banana milk is a perfectly acceptable thing to say. But when you start saying banana milkshakes are good, then we start getting into some questionable territory. Okay. It's like saying lemon meringue pies are among the best pies out there. It's like, they're pretty far down the list. I'm grateful you spoke up for me just now. Now that the duel is over, I should take my leave. That wasn't just speaking up, it was the same regard I've always had for you. Unfortunately, it hasn't changed a bit after all these years. The duel is over, please show yourselves out. Suckles? We'll take our leave. Farewell, Mr. Xiao. Aren't you going to say anything, Yuan Qi? They were right, I've wasted all these years. Have you though? Take out the notes and the broken sword Yuan Qi left in the dorm. You've dedicated years to swordsmanship, focusing intensely on that one move. The effort in these notes is undeniable. But I still couldn't do it. Years of effort, and I couldn't counter even one move. What a waste. Have you considered that your inability to counter that one move might stem from your obsession with it? My obsession? You've trapped yourself in the past, focusing years on overcoming just one move that's merely a fraction of swordsmanship. Could that move from years ago remain unchanged today? And could Xiao Hongguang from then be the same as now? He's right. Why don't you just teleport in like that? I'm not one to dwell on the past. Even if it's the same move, I use it differently now. Not just from years ago, but even from yesterday. Your vision and your swordsmanship are stuck in the past, while I've been continuously refining my skills. How can you expect to defeat me this way? The sword was broken by Mr. Xiao years ago, wasn't it? Though broken, it has been meticulously maintained, possibly even sharper than when it was whole. I've been so mistaken, wasting years only to realize I haven't even progressed as much as this broken sword. Thank you, Yi, Heir Apparent Xiao, for enlightening me. From now on, I'll train harder to make up for lost time. Heir Apparent Xiao, I look forward to a rematch with you. I'm always up for a challenge. I'm sure you'll catch up real quick. And I'm eager to see your next duel. Thanks to both of you for your help. Now that I've broken through this barrier, I should head back to Wudang. Yi, I seldom leave the mountain, but it's clear the martial world is going through a lot. You must be busy, so don't worry about seeing me off. Then let's part ways here. We'll catch up when I return. Take care. This settled, I should ask Mr. Xiao about what Lian Xin mentioned. Or I could do my own investigation somehow. Are they better than chocolate milkshakes? Alright, here's some heresy. Alright. Here's some heresy. Vanilla milkshakes are the best milkshakes. Now, there is an asterisk there. And cookies and cream milkshakes are actually better than vanilla milkshakes. But cookies and cream milkshakes are basically just vanilla milkshakes. So, there's that. But chocolate milkshakes, definitely inferior. Strawberry milkshakes, definitely inferior. Every other milkshake out there is inferior to vanilla. Now, if you want to get into ice cream, that's a different story. Milkshakes and ice cream, they're different. One brings the boys to the yard. The other one does something else. Nothing. Alright, let's ask. Mr. Xiao, may I discuss something with you? Is this about the Shaolin duel again? No, it's something that happened earlier. Heard you entered your seclusion recently, is that true? Mr. Yuan, considering how cautious you are, you know the answer to that question already. So it wasn't recent then. I have no secrets here. Yes, I left seclusion days before challenging Shaolin and went for a duel in the Outer Lands. And did your opponent use Tianji Palace's martial arts? Tianji Palace has been gone for 20 years. I wouldn't recognize their swordplay. But the person did refer to it as the Three Enclosures Force, technique of Tianjue the Venerable. And let me be direct. Do you know who this person is? I wouldn't know either. I've never asked their identity. You don't know them. Why did you go to the north? I went because I received a long-awaited challenge letter. Mr. Yuan, this is tied to a past event, and that's all I can share. You dueled Tianji Palace's heir in the north, then returned and were dubbed their heir. This rumor seems too tailored. I ignore rumors. Some may crave the title of Tianji Palace's heir, but others just seek excuses for their inferiority. And those swayed by rumors are not my concern. What they think, why rumors start, or their spreaders' motives don't matter to me. Mr. Yuan, while I respect your desire to benefit the world, my sole focus is mastering the sword. You and I are on different paths. Seems I can't get more from him. I should inform Lian Xin on what I've learned. I see, thank you for your honesty. It's unfortunate that by keeping this appointment, I missed dueling with Abbot Yuan Jue. I guess one can't always have everything in life. Let's see if we can perform our own investigation now. Mr. Yi, given the statements from Mr. Xiao and the Bureau guards, coupled with widespread rumors, it seems someone has indeed inherited Tianji Palace's martial arts. There's really no other way to access them besides the star chart of Ziwei. The chart, maintained by successive palace heads, records each generation's martial arts, including improvements and original techniques. However, after Tianjue died without a successor, the pursuit of the chart led to internal strife among the 7 hall heads. But I heard Tianji Palace was destroyed by various sects following Tianjue's death. There was no mention of internal conflicts. If they hadn't turned on each other, Tianji Palace wouldn't have fallen so easily. Their actions led to the downfall, not the siege. Wait, if Tianji Palace wasn't that much affected when the siege began, who had the star chart of Ziwei then? It was sealed in Tianjue the Venerable's chamber. No one was allowed to access it until a new leader was chosen, a decision overseen jointly by all the hall heads. This decision was specifically made by the heads of Tianshu and Tianji halls to prevent Tianji Palace's fall. If anyone took the chart, it had to be one of them. Where did they go afterward? The attacking sects exploited the internal strife, leading to Tianji Palace's destruction. Thought they both died then and there, but now I'm not so certain. There are still many uncertainties surrounding this. Well, another mystery for another day. No, tell me where to go, sucker. I need to go back to that one town. Why are you shilling your own clip? Because what else are you going to do with your clips? Shill all of your clips. Vanilla ice cream the goat? See, I don't know if I agree with that. Milkshakes? You got it. Ice cream? There's a lot of delicious ice creams out there. I could have sworn it was Lee City, but maybe I'm wrong. I definitely feel like there's more to investigate here. But I have my doubts that I'll be able to achieve. Any progress on this investigation. Say there's a secret passage deep in Sub-River Valley. When people say sawed off, what does the sawed portion mean? Confused about this. I don't think there's anywhere else that I can go. Like, nothing comes to mind. This conversation is so far back. Narrator. Too far back. All right, let's just hit Gusu City and order the dragon something something. I'll have a portion of Fish Dragon Dance. We don't have that dish here. Are you sure you don't want anything else? I'm certain I only want Fish Dragon Dance. Understood. Just Fish Dragon Dance. Please wait upstairs. Thank you. Alright, for the wait, Mr. Yuan. Xiao Hongguang didn't reveal who he dueled with, but he did admit they used 3 Enclosures Force and 7-star swordplay, Tianjue the Venerable's techniques. I knew I could trust you with this, so these legendary techniques, lost for over 20 years, have indeed resurfaced. Something we don't know must have happened back then. I've done my part, now it's time for you to fulfill your promise. I'm getting to it. The other matter I mentioned is that Yuan is about to march south again, and this time the Yuan Emperor himself will rally the generals and mobilize all their troops. With the setback at Zhonggu Pass last year, would they really send all their troops, even if they're planning a comeback? Oh, Sakafu, he said considering something. As too much. I can't access the whatchamacallit. Like in the one place where I could utilize the memories, I can't access it. What do you mean? Talking about Lord Huan, the Grand Bulwark General of Yuan, Helion Ubi. Although we've been clashing with Yuan, Helion Fubi always kept the situation in check. But he vanished half a month ago. Vanished? Do the Bureau guards want me to find him then? Not exactly. We need you to do what you do best. Be a hero. My lord, Chief Zhao An. Don't you think the martial world has been too chaotic lately? Even the Shaolin abbot has been murdered. You think Yuan is behind the chaos? The Yuan Emperor is planning a full-scale war, and Ning is in turmoil. It seems too much of a coincidence. Indeed, so you want me to find out who is behind this? Yes. To defend against threats, stability is crucial. With Nanjiang now stable, the Central Plains must not fall into chaos. This concerns the fate of both nations, and I can't let anyone disrupt it. I know you're not interested in wealth or power, so this time it will be an equal collaboration. Which means I won't let you handle everything alone. Lian Xin will stay by your side to assist you. Guess I'll be sticking with you, Mr. Yuan. Is this assistance or surveillance? How you interpret it is not my concern. If you want to travel with us martial artists, that official robe won't do, Director Lian Xin. I know, no need to worry about me or about that. Okay, I'll do this. But I need to know how you plan to respond to Yuan's invasion. Mr. Yuan, you must be aware that you're asking about military secrets. It's deal or no deal. Bucko? So you finally learned to negotiate. Fine. You should know that if the Yuan Emperor is leading their campaign, Ning must respond with someone of equal stature. You seem deep in thought, Mr. Yuan. What's on your mind? If the Yuan army is really marching south to destroy Ning, can Zhonggu Pass hold? I don't know. You don't know. I don't. How can one ever know the future? If you care about this battle, focus on what we're doing here. It's the only way to improve Ning's chances. Focus on what we're doing, like in Nanjiang. Yes, in a way, what happened in Nanjiang was preparation for today. The Yuan Emperor has been waiting for this war to destroy Ning for over 10 years, but we've also been waiting for this chance for 30 years. Mr. Yuan, it's time for us to move. Chief Zhao always has a plan, and when he left you with me, for a reason. I guess I'll need to follow your lead from here, Director Lian Xin. Right now, there's only one thing everyone in the martial world is focused on. We'll start there. Shaolin's sword duel. Now that it's clear, let's take off soon. Oh, and I got the achievement for recruiting him. He's been in my party before. You could tell because he has the ghetto equipment that I gave him. I can give you some better shoes than that. Because I'm such a generous person. Let's see. Oh, here I am just teaching you everything. You don't deserve it. He seems a little weak. I was like, hey, is this not working? He has elusive aura. 13 spectral swordplay. This is like, I think that's the only thing that he has that I don't. Oh, Whispering Viper. Ooh, I could go for one of those. You have no martial points. You sucker fool. I mean, at least he knows snake form. Well, if he ever forces his way into my party, he's on the right track. I'll go to Lee City one more time. Obligatory. Life is hard. I don't wanna do the duel right now. I feel like oh yeah, those quests are gone. That's fine. I don't care about their stuff. Alright, I guess we're doing this. I'm not going to go all the way around the world to figure out that stuff. Since the duel's with Shaolin, I should meet Abbot Yuan Wu first. Greetings, I'm Yuan Yi from Wudang. Is Abbot Yuan Wu in here? Greetings, the Abbot should be in the Discipline Hall right now. Thank you for your help. If you don't mind me asking, are you here for the sword duel? Yes, that's right. I'm here under Master Yuan Ku's orders to welcome guests for the event. Mr. Yuan, please let me know when you're ready to attend, and I'll prepare a room for you. Sure, thank you. So many martial artists at Shaolin Temple. Most of them are from small sects and don't have a sect. Looks like none of the major sects have arrived yet. People love major events. A genius swordsman challenging Shaolin during troubled times and the rumor about Tianji Palace's heir have piqued everyone's curiosity. Even I can't help but feel intrigued. It's no wonder they're here. Mr. Bai, who do you think will win this sword duel? No one is winning. If there is a winner, they're not here. This news has spread across the martial world in just a few days. Even the Bureau guards couldn't have done this in a more efficient way, right? To be honest, we could do this in 3 days. Still, this indicates someone with a keen interest orchestrating the event. And this person is exactly who we need to identify. Meet with the Shaolin Masters first. Oh, you're here. I can't even spar with him to steal his stuff. 20 years since I took charge of the Discipline Hall. Yuan Jue, I may not be able to lead Shaolin into the future, but in these remaining days, let me care for those you had high hopes for. Greetings, Abbot Yuan Wu. Ah, Mr. Yuan, you've returned to Shaolin for the sword duel, I presume. Indeed, it has drawn many sects' attention. My Shifu is concerned about the rumor of TNG Palace's heir, so he sent me here. Sect leader Qing Shu, then I have a question for you. Are you here for Wu Dang or Shaolin? I'm here for both, and all those here now and coming to Shaolin. I see. Mr. Xiao wants to see a Bodhidharma swordplay, and since Shaolin accepted his challenge, I'll honor the agreement. But as far as I know, no one in Shaolin is proficient in Bodhidharma swordplay now. Since Yuan Jue passed away, it should have been this way, but Shaolin does have another master of Bodhidharma swordplay. I bet you it's Di Zui. Really, who is it? Can't reveal his identity right now, I hope you understand. Oh, that's alright. It's just good to know Shaolin has a plan for the duel. Rumors about the heir of TNG Palace are spreading fast. I worry someone with ulterior motives is behind it. What do you think, Abbot Yuan Wu? My fellow disciples and I share the same concern, but we can't avoid this duel, and we have no clear leads on who might be behind it. I've entrusted Shaolin's defense to Yuan Nan, Hallmaster of Arhat Hall, but with so many people gathering, we might still be overwhelmed. So I'd really appreciate it if you'd lend a hand. Of course, I'll go find Master Yuan Nan. It's very kind of you, Mr. Yuan. No. Can I talk to these guys now? Answer is no. Suckerfu, suckerfu. And the mark. Hold on a second.